WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly.
The longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
Talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Because that's what this show's about. That's what we've been doing for over 16 years.
No. It's about sports entertainment.
And now here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow, you know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore. There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro, I'm Fearon Derry, and man, has it been an interesting week, to say the least.
That's one way to put it, I would say.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting in a number of different ways. As things were definitely ballin' on Raw.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with MVP. No, not that kind of straight up ballin'.
No, it's big ballin'.
Yeah, it's big ballin'. That's right.
And not the AC/DC song.
Exactly. Yeah, no Mahoney's in this one here. What?
No, it's just. Yeah, you're right. That is what Balls Mahoney would come out to.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
I know, so brilliant on an astute observation on your part.
It went from I miss Balls Mahoney to why didn't I get that? Interesting way to go through life.
Yeah, just from the emotion of regret to the emotion of
that's really the
pained stupidity.
I think that's the best emotion. It's the emotion of come on.
And a strange week also for Impact Wrestling. Yeah,
I don't know if it's Impact any.
Well, that's part of what it is
anymore.
here. Well, here let's go over the chronology
on
of it.
A bit of a global scale, wouldn't you say?
It has. I mean, but here's where it gets strange. It started off with a press release that was issued this past Tuesday, saying, quote, to honor the 15-year anniversary of Impact Wrestling, the subsidiary of Anthem Sports and Entertainment Corp., the city of Orlando has declared Wednesday, July 5th, 2017 as Impact Wrestling Day in Orlando. You'll see why that's funny in a moment.
But wait, there's more.
Well, you'll see why that's funny in a moment. The rest of the press release reads, Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer, that name should sound familiar, as Buddy Dyer has been involved in a lot of things wrestling-related for the city of Orlando, including...
it's wrestling. I guess Orlando's pretty much like, wrestling. Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's trying to make Orlando like the wrestling capital of the world, I guess. I mean, considering...
All he needs to do is, like, skylift or airlift Madison Square Garden to somewhere in Florida.
To somewhere in Orlando. Yeah, just put it right across from Magic Kingdom. There you go. Epcot, maybe? No?
Well, I mean, Epcot would be more fitting considering it's like
the World Showcase. Yes, I see what you did there.
But it's also like internationally, it's the mecca for sports entertainment. That Korakuen Hall in Japan, Arena Mexico in Mexico City. For wrestling fans, it's like bucket list. In the Tokyo Dome.
Gotcha. Well, it says Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer will present a proclamation honoring Impact Wrestling before taping begins July 5th for a future episode of Impact on Pop TV. Impact has filmed most of its weekly 2-hour TV show over the past 15 years at the backlot at Universal Studios Florida, dubbed the Impact Zone. And this is the first time that Mayor Dyer has attended an Impact Wrestling show, and he's not just attending in a mayoral role. Mayor Dyer will serve as the special ring announcer for 2 matches. Little perk there.
I was going to say, hopefully he doesn't give himself a nickname like Chocolate Thunder. Although that was funny when Al Roker did that.
Yeah, although, I mean, WWE already did it first when they had Chocolate Thunder Daryl Dawkins.
Rest in peace.
I think he was, one of the guest celebrity judges in the WrestleMania 2 boxing match between Mr. T and Piper.
I was going to say a quick funny story, because I was bad at pronouncing stuff, or I just misinterpret a lot of things when I was younger. Like
That's an understatement.
When I was 7, because I used to think, first of all, Muhammad...
last year? But
Sure. I used to think that Muhammad Ali was. Used to say it Muhammad Ahmad Ali. Let's put it that way. I was 7. All right, so I.
Well, okay, yeah.
But I thought that chocolate. I thought for some reason that Daryl Dawkins' nickname was Chocolate Jesus. But he did break the backboard, so I was like, I mean, at 7, I was like, but he did do that. I mean, come on.
There's a plausible theory for a then 7-year-old Lucas.
Sure. Let's just save face with that.
Quoting the mayor, he says, Orlando is already known worldwide as an epicenter for entertainment, and as we have worked to diversify our economy, growing our sports-based industries has been a strong focus. Blending both entertainment and sports, Impact Wrestling is the exact type of event we'd like to continue hosting in Orlando. We are grateful to Impact Wrestling for its commitment to and investment in the city of Orlando and look forward to Impact's next 15 years of growth in our community.
But wait.
And it mentions, Jarrett, the founder of Impact and now the company's chief creative officer, who said that Impact has been a labor of love since day one and is now to be honored by Mayor Dyer, and the city of Orlando is, quote, one of the biggest accomplishments in Impact Wrestling history. And technically one of the final. Also,
I was going to say.
Technically.
So, and thanks, and I pretty much, I guess, I don't know.
And then, other quotes in here talks about Slammiversary, which is tomorrow night. Kind of more of a, Slammiversary 15, more of a whimper than a bang. I don't know.
I hope Slammiversary. I like Slammiversary.
I know. No, it looks to be,
Like, I know Bound for Glory is their biggest thing, but like I feel like that should be in terms of, I guess, their big. I guess they don't have a big 4 anymore. But their biggest pay-per-views, like their equivalent of a big 4 would be like Slammiversary and Bound for Glory and Ultimate X, but they don't do that as a pay-per-view anymore. That was one of
my... No, you're right. Lockdown's definitely up there.
Yeah.
But it mentions some of the matches for Slammiversary, which we can go over the card in a little bit as well. But let's see here. It says Ed Nordholm, the president of Impact Wrestling, says, we're so honored to be recognized by Mayor Dyer in the city of Orlando. The city of Orlando is like a second home to many of our team. We've spent so many nights in Orlando over the years. Most of us have our favorite restaurants, and the staff at those venues know our orders once we arrive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're stationed there. You do all your tapings there. It's sort of like, we would know. It's like Whistlers always knows what, Dave is going to order.
Exactly.
Plug to Whistlers in Cinnaminson.
Yeah, there you go. What are you taking a page from Mick? Well, no, Mick Foley would be right here and so. But the cheap plugs there.
Well, I guess to reference what we're talking about.
Yeah. Although I guess in fairness, because I have such a variety and don't necessarily get one thing, I don't think that the folks at the Broken Goblet, I don't even know what I'm going to order, let alone them. So.
Well, I mean, because they have so much variety. They're just popping out new stuff left. They're popping out more new content than like Netflix. Yeah,
and more on that coming up in about 25 minutes or so.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that. But back to the strangeness of Impact. Also, it looks like later that day on Tuesday, Anthem Wrestling Exhibitions, a subsidiary of Anthem Sports and Entertainment and parent company of Impact Wrestling, announced that it entered into an agreement to acquire Global Force Entertainment, also known as Global Force Wrestling. Jeff Jarrett, the founder of both organizations, will join Anthem as a member of its board of managers, equity owner, and chief creative officer. So, Karen Jarrett, noting that we are thrilled to be joining forces with Anthem as a partner to build the business. This partnership will be complementary of our strengths and bolster our capacities to grow the Impact Wrestling brand. Ed Nordholm as president and Jeff Jarrett as chief creative officer make a great tag team.
Then update to that update.
Well, that's coming up in just a moment. Another quote from Nordholm here. We are excited by the progress we have made with Impact Wrestling since acquiring the business in January. Jeff and his team have been instrumental in this success, and we are pleased that we have reached an agreement on the basis of which we can combine our businesses to continue to grow. Slammiversary 15 will be a fitting occasion to bring the promotions together and merge the titles under the new Impact combined belts. By combining our resources and talent, we can produce the best product for our global audience.
And we will join forces to create the Legion of Doom!
No, that tag team's already taken. I see where you were going with that, but to bring it back into the wrestling circle, yes. Because, I know. You were going...
Superman!
You were going Super Friends, I know. But here's where things get a little interesting. So after all that lovely statement about Impact Wrestling...
and then I guess, I don't know if this is the right phrase, but I'm just... And then Jeff Jarrett's going, think again, slap nuts.
Jeez.
I don't know if that's the right phrase, but I feel like that could have been something he would say.
Possibly, as company executives Ed Nordholm and Jeff Jarrett confirmed in a story posted at Tennessean.com that Impact Wrestling will be rebranded as Global Force Wrestling. Yeah, that's right. Let that sink in. So, the story also noted that the company intends to develop an on-demand streaming service to tap into its valuable library. So, this coming Wednesday is going to be Impact Wrestling Day, but Impact Wrestling is now Global Force Wrestling.
We're gonna have to take a commercial break. Not really. I'm just.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say we're about at that point. So.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, that is one of the things here, but that I just found interesting. I guess in what is one way to put it. Brilliant, almost sardonically in another. But yeah, we'll go over because I know we haven't talked a whole lot of Global Force Wrestling, as it's now being called. But we'll look at the Slammiversary lineup. I think we're going to hold off on predictions certain because they are more than certain to go wrong.
Yeah, when's the last time we've I mean, I've been trying to keep up with Impact, but also like just a lot of other stuff. New job and all that.
Yeah, so I'll
It's really good these days.
It's not for lack of interest. It's more just for lack of time.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much. Yeah, so many hours in it.
Oh wait, was my mic on? No,
yes.
I'm all in good fun. I do enjoy Impact actually. It's especially with the X Division amping up like it has.
Yeah, providing the save is what I do here, among other things.
Yep.
But that is mutual as well. So so we'll get into that in a little bit. Also, some more names added to the Mae Young Classic, including a very notable name. I was going to say halfway across the world. We'll get into that. Also, it's finally been announced when the tournament will be able to be seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Really indeed. And also who's going to be the commentators for that glorious tournament. And I will say it's a nice pairing. A very nice pairing. Yeah. And also we'll get into the Oh,
you mean the announce team for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say very much a very nice pairing. I was gonna say, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do next? Are they gonna do like a tag team? Well, I mean, XC already does the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, but like, what's next for the tournaments, man? I like the ideas of it, but are we gonna?
Maybe there's some opportunity to brainstorm, or maybe even to get opinions from the lovelies out there.
Maybe even like a 6-man.
I
mean, you saw it sort of revamped with. New Japan has the never open weight, but Lucha Underground, when they started, they had 6-man titles, and
Ring of Honor does as well.
Well, they started it this year with the Final Battle. Or last year, they crowned their first 6-man tag team champs in the Kingdom.
Yeah, so I mean, there's opportunity for it there, but as we know, I mean, Vince McMahon has never really, at least in recent years, has been less and less of a fan of tag team wrestling in general. So to then expand it to a 6-man tag.
True, but
I don't know.
At the same time, you have guys like you have the New Day. You don't have the Wyatts as much. You had the Shield. You could see a lot of. It's a way to get a lot of guys. It's a way to use guys that aren't exactly being used.
Yeah, I guess the concern is, do you just end up having a random pairing of 3 people just for the sake of putting them together?
Well, for the ones that aren't going to go far in the tournament, maybe, but you could do that to establish new teams and, maybe the club. You have, Balor's back on Raw. He's back, and Gallows and Anderson. I know at some point maybe you have those guys find each other, and
That has been something that a lot of fans have been clamoring for.
Or like a dream team of some sorts, like when Bully Ray joined the Briscoes with Ring of Honor, which is a great pairing, to be honest. You could see a lot of things happen there.
Possibly. We'll kick that around as well, and we're just over a week away from Great Balls of Fire.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, we'll get into the 5 matches announced for that, and also some not so good news for not so good news, but at the same time good news in a sense for a former Tough Enough winner. All that and more. But first, got to let you know. Actually, next week we are a week away from George's Cards and Collectibles. Another signing coming your way 1 week from today, from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. Former WWE stars King Kong Bundy and formerly known as Simon Gotch, one half of the Vaudevillains. George's has 2 locations for all of your cards and collectibles needs. Their original store at 7755 New Falls Road in Levittown. Roughly, a mile not even down the road here from our station?
Most likely, yeah.
And as well as in the Neshaminy Mall in the movie theater wing, of which the signing next week will be at the Neshaminy Mall location. For more information, go to georgescollectibles.com and follow George's Cards and Collectibles on Facebook. Alongside Lucas DeSangro, I'm Fearon Derry. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Hello, I'm Dan Breen of Bucks County River Country, the world's river tubing capital. And I'm out here on the Delaware with a bunch of other folks. Hey, guys!
Hey, Dan!
And we're having the time of our lives. Listen, if you haven't been to Bucks County River Country, you don't know what you're missing. We've got tubing, canoeing, kayaking, rafting, and our tiki-style Riverside Cafe to whet your palate. You'll have loads of fun with the family, friends, or even a company outing. See for yourself. Check out our webcam at rivercountry.net. And while you're there, make your reservations online. Discounts are available for groups of 20 or more. Remember, the average water temperature is 80 degrees, and it's so easy to get here. We're just 8 miles north of New Hope, Pennsylvania. Don't miss out on the most fun you could have this summer. Come to Bucks County River Country, the world's river tubing capital. Hey, Holmes, we love to see you wet.
Buy your season pass for Bucks County River Country online today at rivercountry.net. That's rivercountry.net, or call 215-297-5000.
Join former Phillies All-Stars Ricky Bottalico and Tommy Green along with host John Brazier for the Baseball Insider Show presented by SEPTA immediately following Phillies baseball this Sunday right here on 1490 WBCB and video stream live at WBCB1490.com.
Fire on Daisy is back.
Experience the spirit of giving when you enter Flowers by Jenny Lynn. Whether it's for a wedding, a birthday, or just an I'm thinking of you, Flowers by Jenny Lynn has the perfect gift. Feast your eyes on the bright hues of the season in their fresh flower department. They also carry a wide variety of flowers daily from around the world, including tropical flowers, wildflowers, roses, and seasonal floral mixes for every taste. Flowers by Jenny Lynn also carries unique gifts like gourmet jams, candies, and cookies. Serving the area for over 25 years, Flowers by Jenny Lynn is your Fairless Hills florist. Stop by their beautiful shop to see for yourself, located at 100 Trenton Road in Fairless Hills, or check them out online at flowersbygennylynn.com. Give them a call today at 1-800-547-4551. The number again is 1-800-547-4551. Flowers by Jenny Lynn, the art of fresh flowers. Tired of the same old this summer? Visit the Kutztown Folk Festival on July 1st to July 9th, just a short drive away from Kutztown, Pennsylvania. This unforgettable celebration of Pennsylvania Dutch culture is perfect for the whole family. Enjoy authentic folk life demonstrations, live entertainment, and the work of our nation's finest craftsmen. Savor Pennsylvania Dutch treats and explore one of the country's largest selections of handmade quilts, folk art, and antiques. For hours, directions, and discount tickets, visit KutztownFolkFestival.com.
He's got the Luigi death stare from Fearon, so he might have...
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking kayfabe. I'm going to break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro, I'm Fearon Derry, and Well, I was going to get into the big balling segment from this past Monday, but I know that's going to go a little long, and since we don't want to keep the line too hot for too long here, let's bring up here Ed from Northeast Philly with a look at the local scene.
Good afternoon. CCW is at the Flyer Skate Zone next weekend, July 8th.
Oh, that should be fun 1 week from tonight.
7:30 p.m. They have WWE Madison Square Garden July 7th.
Oh, is it that time for them to come around again already?
Yeah. And
yeah, that makes sense.
And they have Wildwood, New Jersey, the day before the pay-per-view, on July 22nd.
Where did I see that? Oh, that's right. Sam from Mount Royal. He was talking to me about that. As he was recently in Wildwood and noted that I believe he was going to be attending that event.
Mm. And did you see Brock Lesnar? He didn't look too good.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to. I mean,
they're hyping up Joe as a threat, which I really like. Which is the way you should hype up Joe. He's not someone to be just taken lightly.
Plus, there has to be some sort of proverbial crack in the armor. Otherwise, there's only so much of particular greatness with somebody being on top before they have to eventually fall. Are we planning on Brock Lesnar as a part-time champion now through 2027?
Well, if he draws enough money, maybe.
Yeah, but how much is it going to cost over that decade time frame?
It looked like Samoa Joe had that locked in too long.
Well, that's the point. You want to look like he almost. Holy crap! He almost choked out. Is this what we're gonna see at Great Balls of Fire? It's. They're hyping it up. And I like it because they're making it look like, oh wow, maybe he might actually beat Lesnar. He won't, but he might. Sorry, I
just felt worried for him. He got bright red in the face.
Well, that's Brock Lobster.
Yeah.
But hey, if you felt worried for him, that means it worked, which is good.
And the referees took too long to get him off there, it looked like.
Huh. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this CZW card for next week. A 6-man tag team doors match, including Matt Tremont teaming with The Awakening against Masada and the Storm of Entrails. That just a doors match. That just.
This one goes out to the one I love.
They have
not those doors.
I was gonna say, I thought that was an REM song, or did they?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I was. Right.
Wait. I was gonna say, way to light my fire on that one, genius.
I see what you did there.
JPW has a afternoon show at 3 o'clock bell time, South Bend, New Jersey.
I'm not up on my geography on that one. So I heard South Bend, and I was like, is he about to tell us Indiana? But no, that's no. I don't think it's going that far.
I think it's a joint card with UWA Elite. They have. I think it's an outdoor show. It looks like it from the picture. As long as it don't rain.
Well, yeah, we are supposed to get some thunderstorms later this afternoon. At least from what I remember reading the weather earlier, doing the polka show that preceded here. It was a fun remote. Speaking of remotes, we'll have that to talk about coming up in a little bit as well.
Yeah.
And happy belated birthday to Terry Funk.
Teddy!
Yeah. All the things in Terry Funk's career, and you still go back to that from
It's one of my favorite things ever. Just the Japanese fans, at Wrestle Kingdom, Shinsuke! Or, Yeah, it's just you can just hear it
ever
in the
since
crowd.
I showed you the King of Deathmatch tournament from '95 of Terry Funk against Cactus Jack.
Well, it's not just that. There's also the I should have taken the money.
Thank you to OSW Review for enlightening us on that one.
Well, that's not just people don't need to watch OSW Review to realize it's on the Hardcore Homecoming.
Oh yeah, true. But I know that's where that has most frequently been referenced from what I see, at least. But yes, Terry Funk turning the big 7-3 yesterday.
I was gonna say Terry Funk's just like a national treasure.
Yeah.
Like the one Danny Cage was saying his favorite match was like him and somebody else in Puerto Rico, and like he's just overselling the one shot too much, and he almost like grabs a police officer, and it's right. We're talking about it's the best. Like I just love him more and more by the second.
And that's about it.
Alrighty, well, thank you for the look at the local scene as always, and yes, enjoy the holiday coming up here, and we'll catch up with you. Oh, actually, what? I have to see what the plan is for next week, as I know that there's the 2-day the MF Super Camp that's going on, so I'm not sure how exactly that's going to roll. It may end up being a pre-recorded event, but time will. Once I figure that out, I'll put that up as far as what's going to go on with that. Just because there's so many guests and whatnot coming in for that, so I don't think I'll be able to sneak away for the hour to do the live broadcast.
I don't know if we're going to be the ones. It's more for like, beginners and stuff, right? Or
well, it's a mix. I mean, I don't know. We'll get into that.
Understand if we.
Yeah, we'll figure that all out as we go along here, but. All right, now's the time that we got to get into this here. The ball story. Oh yes, so this past Monday on Raw, for those who missed it, WWE giving credit to them for trying to capitalize on current events. Since Raw was in Los Angeles at the Staples Center, they decided to bring in the recently number 2 overall drafted Lonzo Ball, the NBA player. Along with his, I guess you could call him Don King-like promoting father.
His eccentric father.
Yeah.
No, because Don King, to an extent, had, what's the word? Decorum, maybe? A little bit of, like, he at least tried to keep it as professional as possible, whereas LeVar just didn't care. How he got in that ring was just, like, obviously it's a visual you can't see, but, like, you all know.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're
he got in.
He was cheesing.
Oh.
If anybody would know anything about that.
Without smiling, he was cheesing. Like, his whole body cheesed up. It was,
Well, you have to realize this is the same patriarch who has, for this yet-to-be established star, as he was just drafted, about a week and a half ago into the NBA, hasn't even played an official NBA game yet, and has already released sneakers, because they're the basketball shoes or whatever, that are almost just under $500.
Hey, I could see him making a lot of money.
$495 sneakers.
You know what? I could see him making a lot of money off of that. Just for the sake of, if people are willing to, like, shove each other over and damn near kill each other over an iPhone or an Xbox that pretty much, they're going to cost $1,000 at some point, I could see people paying $400 for sneakers going, hey, that's actually a good price. And also, like, because apparently we're just all made of money. Well, most of us. I can't say for myself.
Take it easy. I saw where this was going here, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna hold off there. So,
what?
So they were on.
Where was this going?
I'll tell you during the break. Because what kind of bait and switch is that to be like, oh, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna stop this before this goes where I think it's gonna be going. Where do you think it was going, and then have it go in the direction that I'm trying to stop it at?
Go ask your.
I see your reverse psychology logic here.
It was more of, well, tell me where you think it's going, and I'll tell you why you're wrong, or maybe right. Hey.
Whoa.
I'm joking.
Whoa.
Hey, we all know that's not who I am. We all know I'm usually wrong, like 95% of the time. And I'll gladly admit it.
Ted, note the time on that one.
Note the time. Note the time. Nope.
Definitely got to keep that for posterity.
No, officer, it couldn't have been Dave Chappelle. I saw him in his window. He had a calendar and today's date.
There you go.
The time.
Note the time. So anyway, along with Lonzo and Father LeVar was Lonzo's younger brother, his 15-year-old younger brother, LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo.
L-A, capital M-E-L-O.
No, I believe you. I saw it. LaMelo. Somebody's a Nuggets fan, or, well, not knowing Hart's case, although it would be.
Well, this would have been. I mean, it would have been named 15 years ago, so 2002. I don't know if Carmelo Anthony was in. I don't know.
He might have been. You know,
in either
what year
case,
was LeBron, because I think LeBron. Yeah, we're getting off topic.
Exactly. In either case, so LaMelo, who had was essentially part of the entourage for Lonzo. WWE had to issue a statement after the youngest of the Balls used inappropriate language during the Miz TV segment on Raw, which might explain why the segment ended abruptly and awkwardly.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of reasons that segment was awkward.
Yeah, but along with it, so as Dean Ambrose was making his entrance...
And, like, Dean Ambrose is the one that has to hold this thing together. Dean Ambrose. He usually comes in to break stuff up. That's like saying, "Hey, Lucas, we need you to lead this
radio show."
Yeah, we need you to lead this radio show, and I will go. You are a poor judge of character if that's the case. Mm-hmm. I'm a better as a second in command, where I can sort of, yeah.
So, for those who missed it, and it was also reported in the Los Angeles Times that as Dean Ambrose was making his entrance, that LaMelo Ball had said, "Beat that," and then followed by he followed it with a racial slur.
A racial slur? Somebody's not a fan of Friends.
Actually, I never watched it.
Yeah. Well, then you're not a fan.
Yeah, exactly. In response, WWE issuing the statement to the Los Angeles Times, the inappropriate language used by a guest during the Miz TV segment was not scripted nor reflects WWE values or WWE's values. Because things are different from, say, about a decade ago when this was kind of thrown in.
What's up, boss?
How
you doing?
Yeah. What's good in the hood?
Just hold it down, trying to take care of business.
Keep it up. I'm a
And then
Booker T.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
It's a rib. It's a rib.
Well,
we all know Booker T's famous promo.
Of course.
The New Day.
Let me tell you something, Gene Oken. You out here talking about a clique. The only clique you need to know about is the Harlem Heat and Sister Sherry. See, because what you dealing with here is the brotherhood. It's non-stop from this point on in WCW. We take what we want, and after we take Lex Luger and the Giant, we want the gold sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
I
Yeah, so...
was going to say, if you saw SmackDown, the New Day parodied that very well. We coming for you, Usos. We're coming for you, Usos.
Yes, just playing. New Day is so good at that, just taking something and
That's
just...
why I never want them to break up, because they're just being themselves. It would be like, well, I mean, don't give us a hot mic on national television, because we're in the confines of a radio station. We're on TV. Anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've already got the hot mic, and we've already... we've had our moments.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've had my moments.
Yeah, you've had your moments.
You've had your moments of saving my butt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've, at this point, though, you've already gone through your grace period. See what I did there?
Yeah, I do see.
Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, there's definitely no spoon here, that's for sure. Alrighty, so we'll get into more stuff on the other side here, but first, it is going to be a bloody weekend at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA, making its debut this weekend, both days from noon to 2, Broken Bloody Marys, including a new Bloody Mary flight. That's right, so you can try 5 different varieties, and from what I saw of this, I may have to head over there right after this. I can't, but I might have to anyway. No, it is a...
I just can't.
I can't.
I just can't.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at it here, I mean, there's the traditional house Bloody Mary. There's a 3-pepper Bloody Mary, a little bit on the spicier side. The garden Bloody Mary. There's a pickle Bloody Mary. And, of course, a bacon Bloody Mary. Because bacon goes with so many things.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that. Plus, get it before it's gone. Still on tap, Diane, the cold pressed coffee stout, which is, I must say, a damn fine cup of coffee stout. Plus, it has been announced, monsoon or shine, 2 weeks from today,
Gorilla?
Saturday. No, not Gorilla. Oh. No, rain or torrential downpour or shine. As there was the case that one year where basically there was a torrential downpour in the midst of it. Oh, no, that was during Hoppy Halloween, but that's a whole nother thing. But no, this is the anniversary party known as Goblet Stock.
We're going streaking! Oh, wait, no, that's old school, my bad.
Yeah, that is old school. Yeah, no streaking there. No streaking at the Goblet, please. No. Nobody wants to see that.
Keep them on.
Yeah,
Keep the lights on and your clothes, please.
Oh man, where is it here?
Why are they hollering? Put it on! Put it on!
Thank you, Betty. Over 25 beers, food trucks, live music, and it's free to attend. And you need not be 21, as designated drivers, hint, hint, are certainly. No.
I was gonna say, am I really gonna be the cabbie?
No, because we have
Hoffman in Taxi if that's the case.
We have other responsibilities that day, so if I make an appearance, it will be very brief and very early at best. But it is definitely a lot of fun, and you get to try a litany of the different Broken Goblet beers that otherwise aren't normally on tap this time of year. So they're autumn beers, like they're all Goblets Have Spirits, which is my favorite of all of them. Also, they might even have their Santa's Sleighs on. Their winter beer with their Santa's Sleighs on. Excuse me. That
I was gonna say if that was a reference to a Goldberg film because that film.
Mm-hmm. But no, in this case, it's a saison beer that's brewed with spiced apple cider tea. Yeah. Ooh. Plus, as if you didn't, I've mentioned it before, but the Goblet has expanded hours. The Goblet now open on Tuesdays from 5 to 11 p.m. That's a first for them with the expansion, and same with Wednesdays and Thursdays. Fridays are still 3 to midnight, Saturdays are still noon to midnight, and Sundays are now noon to 8 p.m. And it's official. We are 3 weeks away from Pro Wrestling Weekly broadcasting live on location from the Broken Goblet Brewery Saturday, July 22nd for a special Brews and Body Slams edition.
Yeah.
Come on out, enjoy food, drink, conversation about wrestling, and a whole bunch more. It's always a good time at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. Broken Goblet Brewing, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Please enjoy responsibly.
Yeah, saisons and side slams, yeah, but don't bring that red Hulk Hogan around, yeah.
It's my Macho Man on helium, thank you.
Saisons and suplexes could have worked too. Okay. There's a lot of alliteration parody that can go here.
Gonna rise to the top, yeah.
The cream ale of the crop, maybe.
Ooh, yeah, like
Steinbeiser's buried treasure. Yeah,
I like your style, Burgundy. Yeah.
Well, that'll be a little bit later, but we'll talk about that on the other side. For now, we're going to take care of our second time out. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Next time you head down the shore, make Keenan's Irish Pub your favorite spot. Located in the heart of North Wildwood, Keenan's Irish Pub is 25,000 square feet of wall-to-wall fun. There's live entertainment 7 days a week and an extensive menu that even features sushi. So grab a nice cold drink, listen to some live music, and enjoy a fantastic time at Keenan's Irish Pub. Keenan's is located at 113 Old New Jersey Avenue in North Wildwood, where all the neighborhoods still meet.
Thousands of families affected by disasters, like the recent flooding, urgently need support. You can help the American Red Cross provide warm meals, shelter, and hope to families when they need it most. Please donate today to Red Cross Disaster Relief to help people affected by disasters, big and small. Go to redcross.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS today. Your support is critical. We can't do it without you.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
Phillies PA announcer Dan Baker asking you to join me and former Phillies slugger Greg the Bull Luzinski for the Independence Blue Cross Bull Session presented by Gage Fiore, attorneys at fightforyou.com. Every Monday, 6 to 7 p.m., we'll talk Phillies baseball with a different guest each week. Go to WBCB1490.com to check show locations and guest information each week. The Independence Blue Cross Bull Session, presented by Gage Fiore, attorneys at fightforyou.com, every Monday at 6 p.m. on 1490 WBCB and 610 Sports.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, July 1. On this date in 1995, ECW held its Hardcore Heaven Supercard. In the main event, the Public Enemy defeated the Gangstas in a tag team match. On this date in 1996, WCW Monday Nitro aired live from Landover, Maryland. In the main event, Arn Anderson, Chris Benoit, Steve McMichael, and Ric Flair defeated Joe Gomez, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, and the Renegade in an 8-man tag team match. On this date in 2002, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Manchester, New Hampshire. In the main event, The Undertaker defeated Jeff Hardy in a ladder match to retain the WWE Championship. On this date in 2013, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Sioux City, Iowa. In the main event, John Cena pinned Alberto Del Rio. This has been Today in Wrestling History, July 1. Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro. I'm Fearon Derry, and as I said, it has been an interesting week to say the least, and quite a bit more to get into here as we've got about 12 minutes left here. WWE announcing that Kairi Sane has been added to the Mae Young Classic Women's Tournament. That is the new name of Japanese star Kairi Hojo.
Wow.
Thrown for a bit of a loop there?
Yeah, no, I...
Also, you've been doing this for how long now? Talking into the side of the microphone. There you go. Put your... Yeah.
I'm just not really familiar with...
Oh, okay. Well, it was bigger news in Japan. WWE actually even made the announcement via video message for the fans who attended yesterday's live WWE event in Tokyo.
I heard that there was a lot. Apparently, Asuka showed up and face to face with Alexa Bliss, so that was a big deal. There was a lot of
Joining her are two other international sensations, Dakota Kai of New Zealand and Piper Niven of Scotland, as well as NXT superstar Bianca Belair, who won a qualifying match to earn her berth in the Mae Young Classic. And along with that, WWE announcing that the first 4 episodes of the Mae Young Classic Women's Tournament will be available via WWE Network's on-demand section on Monday, August 28th. The next 4 episodes will be available on Monday, September 4th, and then the finals of the tournament will air live from Las Vegas on Tuesday, September 12th at 10 p.m. Eastern.
So it's going to be a 9-episode tournament thing?
Looks that way. And rather than kind of string it out over the course of 9 weeks, they're just going to give you 4 to watch, and then another 4 to watch, and then over the course of a week each, and then.
I was going to say, I feel like that's what Netflix should do with their series. Is like with half the season, release half the season, wait like a month or two, then release the other half. That way you don't just binge watch it. Like, we appreciate you watching our shows, but you guys have bills to pay and
work to do and things of that nature.
Yeah. Go see your kids.
Go see your kids. What?
I don't know. I couldn't think of anything else, and that was the most appropriate thing I could think of. So, yeah. They miss you.
Go see your kids.
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
Bookmark it, please.
Yeah.
We have to put together a blooper reel. Yeah, see?
That was just one of your ticks.
It was not.
Yeah, true. That was 2 years ago.
No, I still have that. But
you still have that?
I don't make the. Yeah, that was just me going, I can't talk today.
Oh. Then maybe that'll be next year's tick.
New York. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. That's just the warm-ups from the opening credits of Anchorman.
Ah, yes. And also...
you were mad, I'd punch you. Punch you right in the mouth. Sorry.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, believe it, folks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Some sad news, although with a positive ending for WWE Tough Enough 3 winner Matt Cappotelli, who underwent brain surgery on Thursday to remove a portion of a large tumor. This is about a decade after they'd initially found cancer in the brain, and he had noted on his Facebook page that it returned, saying that it's a very large tumor and there is a portion that is inoperable. So he underwent the surgery. From all accounts, the surgery was a success, but now it's just a matter of recovery for the former Tough Enough winner who ended up having to retire from wrestling a decade ago due to that surgery, and now back under the knife again. So thoughts and speedy recovery, hopefully, for Matt Cappotelli on that. And hopefully we'll be able to recover as... We've got a long night ahead of us as the MFPW returns to the world-famous Monster Factory at 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey tonight, where tickets are buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah. Where you'll see Paid in Full take on Mikey Webb and Nick Camarado in tag team action. Plus, LSG defends the Supersonic Championship against his tag team partner from Coast to Coast, Shaheem Ali.
Wow.
Whom you've seen in Ring of Honor a little bit here and there as of late. Also, Manny Soriano is defending the MF Live Championship. You'll see the return of Maria Manic. She'll be squaring off in a triple threat match against the debuting Jinx and Laura Lovelace. Also, there will be a middleweight fatal four-way match.
I wonder who could be a part of that.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine on that, so that might be...
You're right, it is. It really is.
Yeah, start warming up on just in case on that one. Also, it's been coming to boil for a while. Josh Briggs and Rico De La Vega taking on Dobbs and Rocco in a tag team match, a battle of wrestlers and managers in that one. And also in the MF Girls action, Riley Shepard facing Sea Bunny. All that and a whole bunch more. It all goes down tonight at the MFPW Arena, 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey. Tickets available now at Eventbrite.com. The doors open at 6. The action starts at 7. Check out the MFPW and all things Monster Factory on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as at monsterfactory.org. And check out past matches, bios, bloopers, and more at the MFNetwork.com, including... fairly recently released the lighter side of pro wrestling, in which you and I have a pretty notable feature throughout the video.
Oh, it's notable for a lot of the wrong reasons.
The methylphenidate powers exploded.
It's not even exploding. It's more of just a kaput.
Kaput?
A kaput.
Oh, really? It wasn't more than that? It wasn't more epic? It wasn't...
No, it was not. It was not. Mute. Put a sock in that saxophone.
What?
That was not worthy of the saxophone, unfortunately. As much as I would love to believe it is, it's not.
No, if anything, it would almost sound more like off-key or something like that.
It would sound. You know what it would be? It would be the losing horn from The Price is Right, then kaput.
Really? It'd be that bad?
The methylphenidate powers kaput.
I guess. I mean,
we were not at our best.
Well, no, I was also. I think that was right around the time that that my injury was going on, that I didn't know was going to need surgery, and I was definitely a lot portlier in the midsection back then.
No comment.
Wow.
I don't want to say anything I'm not going to add on to that. I'm not. Because I don't want to. I'll explain. We'll talk about it during the break.
The show's over in 4 minutes and change.
Well, then the break between this show and call
and the
time
NFPW. There we go. Also for tomorrow, the quick lineup here for Slammiversary. So you've got Davey Richards and Angelina Love against Eddie Edwards and Alicia Edwards in a Full Metal Mayhem match. D'Angelo Williams and Moose against Eli Drake and Christopher Adonis.
Wait, D'Angelo Williams, not the Pope. D'Angelo De Niro. Oh. I miss him.
Also, Scott Steiner. This is an interesting mixed tag. Scott Steiner and Josh Matthews against Jeremy Borash and Joseph Park.
Yes, it's the Battle of the Boys. It's the Battle of
Yes.
the Boys. I don't even care if Scott Steiner's promos then is in the boys' table. If Scott Steiner can't be.
A strap match between James Storm and EC3. You've got a four-way match to unify the Impact Wrestling and GFW tag titles, where you've got, LAX against El Hijo del Fantasma and Drago. No, not El Hijo de Valero. Against Garza Jr. and Laredo Kid against Naomichi Marufuji and Taiji Ishimori.
Marufuji? Damn, I was going to say, that's cool. He was just, I guess maybe it was just like a one-shot thing, because he faced Okada for the heavyweight title a couple of months ago.
I'm just impressed I was able to pronounce those, in all honesty. Also, a best 2 out of 3 falls match for the X Division titles, Sanjay Dutt against Low Key.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Impact Wrestling Knockouts champion Rosemary against GFW champion Sienna in a unification match. And the heavyweight titles being combined, Impact Wrestling champion Lashley against Global Force Wrestling champion Alberto El Patron in a unification match. Ooh. So it should be a lot of fun tomorrow night for Slammiversary to get things rolling for GFW, Global Force Wrestling. All right, so we got 2 minutes left. That means it's time for
birthdays.
All righty. Technically, I've got 2 and 2 Brucey bonuses for you.
Ooh.
So the first one,
I'm being spoiled right now.
Yeah,
this is
I know.
This is too much.
It is. So on this date in 1967, Pamela Denise Anderson was born. The Canadian-American actress and model best known for her roles in the TV series Home Improvement and Baywatch after rising to fame as the Playboy Playmate of the Month back in February of 1990.
Wait, I was going to say, is this going to have, because I know Pamela Anderson's Canadian. Is this because today's Canada Day, is this going to be a theme?
And who appeared at the 1995 Royal Rumble and WrestleMania 11. She turns 50 today. Wow.
God bless her.
Yeah. And, you did kind of take the wind out of my sails a little bit, as on this date in 1867, the British North America Act was signed, thus making the country of Canada born.
Woo!
That's right. Our neighbor to the north, neighbor with a U.
Our friendly neighbors to the north.
Friendly neighbor with a U to the north, known for hockey, beer, poutine, butter tarts, Calgary Stampede Wrestling, and so much more, turns 150 today.
Give them streamers and a standing ovation.
Happy Canada Day, eh?
Streamers in lieu of bouquets of roses. Just send streamers.
And for the Brucey bonuses, something outside of the world of wrestling, as if that wasn't outside enough. On this date in 1934, Jamil Joseph Farah was born. The actor and game show panelist best known for playing Corporal Maxwell Q. Klinger in the sitcom MASH, otherwise known as Jamie Farr, turns 83 today.
Oh,
And on this date in 1952, Daniel Edward Aykroyd was born. The Canadian-American actor, comedian, producer, and musician known from the original cast of Saturday Night Live, the Ghostbusters movies, the Blues Brothers,
Great
Trading
Outdoors.
Places, The Great Outdoors, among many others, turns 65 today. So happy birthday to all, and happy Canada Day as well. Wow, that ended right on time. It's as if I planned that, even though I didn't. So until next week, where there'll be some semblance of a show, whether it's live or pre-recorded, yet to be determined, play us out, Nutsy.
1 o'clock and all's well.
Serving you better than ever before. This is 1490 WBCB.